have been participating as a volunteer with Speak Up for a year and a half, and being a part of the youth advisory team has helped me to discover my passion and voice for starting conversations about my own mental health, as well as encouraging other youth to be more open about expressing both the positive and negative mental health that we all experience. As a volunteer, it has been inspiring to connect with so many other youth interested in sharing their own stories of mental health challenges. Through my involvement with Speak Up, I am able to participate in many school and community events and continue to be actively involved in sharing my perspectives through our online blog, Instagram, and Twitter account. As a group, we meet at least once a month in person to share ideas and discuss various projects, which are all aimed at creatively changing the conversation around mental health. When I first began volunteering, I shared my own personal story on the Speak Up blog of what was once a very silent struggle with mental health challenges. After this was shared, it felt as if a huge weight had been lifted from my shoulders, just to know that not only were there other youth facing very similar challenges, but most importantly that it was okay to talk about it. Recently, I was approached by a former high school teacher who is now in the role of school counselor. She wanted my assistance with ideas on how to start up an anxiety group at the school. When I met with her, she spoke about a group of approximately 30 students and counting in what she referred to as a gray area. These are students who do not fit into a learning support classroom or an intensive behavior support program, but who are significantly struggling with anxiety, and some not even making it to school or out of bed in the morning as a result. My memories of high school do not include any mention of mental health or how to engage in a lifestyle of wellness. In terms of support, I thought only to visit the counselors when I needed assistance with course changes. When I asked her if the students come willing to talk, she said that many are quite comfortable to open up to her in a one-on-one setting. This is important because adults need to know that often it is not that youth do not want help, but instead simply do not know where they can access the kind of support which includes empathy, validation, and acceptance. When I was silently struggling with anxiety and depression in high school, I was uneducated about the meaning of my symptoms. I never talked openly with friends or family about how I was feeling because it never felt normal or acceptable to do so. And like many youth still today, I feared judgment, ridicule, and isolation. Late into adolescence and early adulthood, I quickly became my own advocate. Through post-secondary education and personal research, I dove into learning more about my mental health and creating my own unique wellness plan. I demanded support from my doctor, and when she said, "Here's a prescription, see you next time," I said, "Wait, what are my other options?" I believe it is critical that doctors become more aware of resources and supports that are available for young people and their families in the communities, so that youth can easily access the holistic type of care that all mental health challenges require. I am now in a position to not only empower other youth to stand up for their own health and wellness, but also to encourage increased compassion and support in my community for those whose voices remain silenced. Acceptance and access are two keys which I believe will open up the doors to promoting early identification and intervention, as well as creating a world where seeking support for mental health becomes as widely encouraged as physical health.